Okay, this time we're going to do pasta bolognese. So we've got organic penne pasta, we've got some beef mince, onions, stock cube, carrots, garlic, some mixed herbs. Recipe says oregano, but mixed herbs is perfectly fine. Tinned tomatoes, tomato puree, and a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. So we're going to start by putting the water on for our pasta. That could come to the boil in a few minutes, and we're going to put the pasta in. We're going to peel our onions. This is my favourite knife. This is called a turning knife. So I'm going to take my skin off my onions like this. The reason I like this is because it's really easy to work with the knife. If you're at home, put your knife on the your onion on the board, and then you can peel it from there. Everyone says that onions make you cry. It's not the onions that make you cry, it's the oil that's inside the onions. And as you cut an onion, the oil bursts out into the air, and it's that makes you cry, or it actually makes your eyes water. Okay, so cut your onion. I'm not sure I'm going to need all of it, so I'm going to cut this into just rough chunks. It's always better to keep your onion flat on the board rather than trying to cut it like this. When it's wobbling around, you've got more chance of having an accident. I think I will use the whole lot now. Okay. Then I'm going to crush my garlic. 2 cloves of garlic is plenty. And that I use the side of the knife onto the board, and I just press it with the flat of my hand, and I take the garlic out from inside the skin. And I give that just a little chop up and put it into there. Next, I'm going to grate some carrot. You don't need to peel your carrots because all the goodness is just under the skin. So I'm going to grate some carrot. Now you can put celery in as well if you want to, or you could put leeks in it. I'm just showing you the simple recipes that we use for our Chef's Club. So now I can feel the oil beginning to hurt my eyes. Okay, so that's our carrot done. All of this is going into this pan here. I'm going to put a splash of oil across the bottom, and I'm going to place all those ingredients in there. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of mixed herbs in there as well now. Teaspoon, and that's my mixture ready to start frying off. Okay. My water is now boiling over here, and I'm going to sprinkle some pasta in there. Probably use about half a bag today. You can hear these onions now starting to fry. It's actually quite a quick dish to cook because the mince has all been broken down. It actually cooks really quickly. You don't need to cook it for a long time. Okay. Pause. Go. Okay, so our onions, carrots, garlic is all beginning to fry now. And whilst you can't smell the smells, I can, and it's lovely with all the herbs in it there. I'm going to colour that up, and I'm going to soften that off before I start adding the mince, because here is where I get a lot of the flavour. My pasta is also boiling away over here. Give that a little stir. Pause. our mince is now, our onions is now softened up, and it's time to add our mince. I'm going to just place it on there for a second while I add our mince. I'm going to spread the mince across the bottom, and I'm going to leave it to sizzle a bit to get a bit of colour onto it. I'm not going to stir it yet. If I stir it too soon, it starts to boil, and then the water starts coming out of the mince. Whereas if I fry it for a few minutes now, it seals on the bottom, and we get a bit of colour on the mince. Pause. Okay, so our meat has started to change colour. Now time to add the other ingredients. So we're going to add a squeeze of tomato puree. We're going to add a stock cube, beef stock cube, or vegetarian. We're going to add a tin of tomatoes, a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. Stir that in, and we're going to put it back on the stove, and we're now going to cook it for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, so we'll leave that ticking away now. Okay, it's been about 10-15 minutes now, and as you can see, our mince is cooked down beautifully. Nice rich sauce, a bit darker in colour. It's got all its flavour there. Our pasta is now cooked, so I'm now going to drain our pasta over to the sink, drain it off, and back in the pan, and turn the gas off. And I've got pasta here. If you're not going to use it straight away, put a drizzle of olive oil over it. And if you want to keep it for another day, make it cold with cold water, and then you can keep it in the fridge. Drain it off and keep it in the fridge. We're going to use this straight away. So we're going to take the pasta. We're going to put some out into our bowl. You can, of course, mix the whole lot together if you want to. Spoonful of Bolognese sauce, and we've got pasta Bolognese. Now, you can, with what's left in here, make some lasagna. If you've got lasagna sheets, you can make some lasagna. If you want to make a chilli, you can add some chilli flakes and some kidney beans. You've got a chilli. You can tip it into a dish, top it with mashed potatoes, and you've got a cottage pie. So this here can be used for lots and lots of different things. So chill it down and use it again for another day. Alright, enjoy.